The awakening journey. Don't wait for tomorrow. Live today. There comes a moment in life when we suddenly sit down and ask ourselves, what have I truly accomplished all these years? The days slip by, leaving behind nothing but faint memories. We still go to work, still eat, still talk with others, but deep inside, there lingers a nameless emptiness. Life feels like a train speeding forward while we merely stare out the window, being carried along without ever seizing control. The ancients once said, people often fear trivial matters like mortals, yet live like immortals when chasing desires. We worry about a disapproving look, a rejection, or a small obstacle, but at the same time, we act as if we have endless time to pursue our dreams. Endless days to begin. The truth is, we don't. Time waits for no one. It slips away silently, and the most dangerous enemy of all is procrastination. Lesson 1. Tomorrow. The sweet but cruel promise. We often say, tomorrow I'll start exercising. Tomorrow I'll write that book I've always dreamed of. Tomorrow I'll call my parents. Tomorrow I'll live a better life. Tomorrow. Two harmless sounding words. Yet in reality, they are silent thieves of time. Tomorrow whispers sweet promises, tricking us into believing there is still another chance. But tomorrow never truly comes. It only changes its name to today, and then we push it away once again. Each time we say, I'll do it tomorrow, a piece of our dream drifts further, and another opportunity quietly closes. We trap ourselves in an invisible cycle. Fatigue, regret, delay, more fatigue. There is only one way to break free. Begin now. Lesson 2. Small steps. Great discipline. The gap between the person you are today and the person you could become is not bridged by grand dreams, but by small steps repeated daily. Picture a tiny seed planted in the ground. It cannot instantly become a towering tree. Day by day, it pushes through the soil, reaches for sunlight, withstands wind and rain. Only through persistence does it become a sturdy tree. So it is with us. Each morning, when you wake, instead of complaining, remind yourself, today, I rise to do the work of a human being, to build, to grow, to live with purpose. Discipline is not a chain, it is a pair of wings. It does not confine you, it lifts you. Discipline transforms the impossible into possible, distant dreams into reachable realities. You don't need to start with something huge. Just make your bed as soon as you wake up. Write one page instead of waiting for inspiration to write an entire chapter. Exercise for 10 minutes instead of planning the perfect 1-hour session. These small acts, done consistently, create monumental change. Lesson 3. Don't negotiate with laziness. Inside each of us lives a sly negotiator called laziness. It whispers, just 5 more minutes. You're tired today, rest. It's fine. You can do it tomorrow. It sounds so reasonable, doesn't it? And we nod along. But every time we yield, we lose a little faith in ourselves. One day, we no longer believe we can change. The truth is this: acting even when you don't feel like it is the key. When you take a step while your body longs to rest. When you sit down to work while your mind screams, tomorrow. You are forging a will stronger than any muscle. Don't bargain. Don't delay. Stand up. Do the work. Let action, not promises, speak for you. Lesson 4. Ruthless clarity. Many wander aimlessly because they've never truly defined what they want. They long for happiness but can't describe what happiness means. They crave success but never define what success looks like. A person with vague goals is easily blown away by the winds. A person with clarity stands firm through the storm. You need a clarity so sharp it's ruthless. Write down what you want. Ingrain in your mind the values you will pursue. Then decisions become simple. Whatever brings you closer to your goal. Keep. Whatever pulls you away. Discard. When clarity comes, you stop living someone else's life. You start living your own. Lesson 5. Motivation doesn't come first, action does. Many wait for motivation like waiting for a breeze. But motivation is a fickle guest that never arrives on time. If you wait, you'll wait forever. Real motivation is born from action. When you act, even in small ways, you create movement. Movement creates momentum. Momentum becomes motivation. Think of a heavy stone. At first, pushing it feels impossible, but once it starts rolling, It generates its own force. Life works the same way. Don't wait for inspiration. Begin first. Let action lead emotion, not the other way around. Lesson 6. Environment and companions, mirrors of your future. It is often said, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." This is no empty phrase. Your environment is the most accurate forecast of your destiny. Surround yourself with complainers, and you too will complain. Live among dreamers who never act, and you'll grow accustomed to dreaming without doing. But if you walk among builders, workers, and disciplined souls, they will lift you with them. Examine your circle. Who only talks? Who truly acts? Who drags you down? And who inspires you? It's time to choose. The journey cannot be walked alone, but the wrong companions will forever hold you back. Choose builders over consumers. Choose those who don't just talk about dreams but roll up their sleeves to create them. Lesson 7. Stop escaping through consumption. One great sickness of our age is mindless consumption. We scroll endlessly, watch video after video, devour endless headlines, only to drown out the emptiness within. But the more mindlessly you consume, the emptier you become. It's like junk food. It fills you for a moment, but soon you're hungrier and weaker than before. If instead, you invested that same time into learning, building skills, reading a book, or exercising your body, your life would transform exponentially. Knowledge and skill are treasures no one can steal. They stay with you, nourish you, and lift you higher. Stop feeding your mind garbage. Feed it wisdom. Don't use consumption to escape. Use learning to grow. Lesson 8. Master boredom. Most people don't quit because the work is too hard, but because it's too boring. They want success but hate repetition. They want mastery but lack patience for the process. The truth is, every master has walked through boredom. Athletes repeat thousands of movements. Writers draft and redraft every line. Musicians rehearse the same notes endlessly. Boredom is not the enemy, it is the doorway to mastery. Those who learn to love boredom will command the future. If you feel bored, remember, those small, repeated acts are laying foundations. When harvest time arrives, you'll see why boredom was priceless. Lesson 9. Failure is not the enemy, it is the stairway. There is something heavier than failure, regret. Failure is temporary. Regret lingers for a lifetime. Act as if failure doesn't exist, because in truth, it doesn't stop anyone. It only bends the path so you may find another way. Obstacles are not enemies. They are the path. The one who dares to ask, "What can I learn here?" will always grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. When hardship comes, remember, the obstacle is the way. No great journey exists without scars, falls, and failures. And no great human exists without the strength to rise again. Lesson 10. Live with the urgency of today. The most heartbreaking mistake is believing we still have plenty of time. We live as if immortal, delaying day after day, only to look back and see years lost. Remember, tomorrow is not guaranteed. The only thing you truly have is today, this very moment. Don't waste it on the meaningless. Don't let your life become nothing but unfulfilled promises. Begin, act, live as if every second matters. In the end, you won't be remembered for the promises you made, but for the things you actually did. So pause and ask yourself, what have you delayed for far too long? What do you keep saying? Tomorrow I'll do it. If today were your only day, would you still wait? Life is a gift, but not a guaranteed one. Tomorrow is only an illusion. So don't wait for tomorrow. Act today. Begin building a better version of yourself, through small, steady, persistent steps. And one day, you will look back, smile, and know, you did not live in vain. Tomorrow is not a promise, it is only an illusion. If you want change, begin today.